Hello, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to do a review for the Formula Lite Pro from Next Level Racing. So if you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I asked Next Level Racing to send this out as a way to cover the PXN V99, but as you can see behind me, I've got the Fanatec DD Pro hooked up to it now. I've been testing this. I played a bunch last night. That's why you guys didn't get a whole bunch of content yesterday. I've been testing this thing out, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you guys straight up that when I've always looked at these and thought, man, I'm just way too big of a guy to be getting on something that looks like a lawn chair. I just kind of felt like, you know, like my weight, you know, I'm 280 pounds right now. Definitely more so before when I was in the over 300 pounds. But I gotta say, this thing actually holds my weight and it feels very comfortable. It doesn't feel all creaky. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna fall through it or anything like that. It actually supports my weight and it feels comfortable. So that problem, you know, once I figured that out, I was like, okay, let's put this thing through its paces and see if this is something that will, that's possible to use long term. You can fold this up. So if you get to a point where you're where you need the space, I mean, as you can see, this here is the full thing. This table right here is, I believe it is six feet long, and as you can see, the whole cockpit fits on there. You know, you can adjust this back here to have it lean back even more if you want, or you've got two more notches backwards and then one more forward if you needed to lean up a little more. The overall, the pedals are the same way. You can have them up here higher so that they're, you know, for if you're a shorter person, for a taller person. Now I'm 6'2", and I fit this thing absolutely perfect the way it's set up, but I could still go another few feet forward. So if you're even taller than me, you could potentially still utilize this seat. Where I've got it set right now is actually perfect for me. So I did test this on the PlayStation 5 with Gran Turismo in VR, and then I also tested this with the Xbox Series S. Let me stand it up so you guys can see it. It's just such a little feller compared to that PlayStation 5, but I tested it on there. I've tested it on multiple games now. The ones that I played mostly on the PlayStation 5 were Gran Turismo 7 with VR. Everything else I tested was on the Xbox. I have a lot more racing games on the Xbox actually downloaded than I did on the PlayStation 5. I would have taken this into the room with the PC, but I just don't have enough room in the studio for that, so I had to do all my testing out here. Sitting down here with a freaking fan blowing right in my face when I'm on VR. Such a cool feeling, man. Now, as you can see, I've got the Fanatec DD Pro. I wanted to throw this on here. I mean, obviously the PXN works just fine on here if that's what you're, you know, if you need for that whole setup for the Formula Lite Pro and the PXN bundle. Well, on the PXN wheel, which is $229 on Amazon, you can pick that up. There'll be links to all of this stuff in there. Obviously, there's an affiliate link for Fanatec in the description for this. There's also an Amazon link for the Next Level Racing, for the PXN. So if these are items that you want to pick up and help the channel, that'd be freaking awesome. But other than that, like you can see that this here is sitting with an 8 Newton meter direct drive wheel. I had the thing maxed out, playing like Assetto Corsa Competizione, playing Forza Motorsport, Gran Turismo, some rally games, all kinds of stuff. I had that thing maxed out, and like the stability of this wheel setup with that 8 Newton meters on there was perfectly fine. Did not give me a whole lot of flex. Didn't give me a lot of issues. I want to stress though, the way that you feel when you're in the Formula Lite Pro is, so I have the Next Level Racing FGT cockpit, which is, and I upgraded that with the ERS3 seat. And the way it feels in something like that, that's like a nice, firm, constructed sim rig versus something that you could kind of plop out. I want to say liken it to sitting on like yard furniture or something, but it really isn't. It's a lot more stable than that. It feels a lot better than that. It's more comfortable. If you look at like the way they've got the seat designed, it's got like these thick cushion, and then there's like a felt in between that. Like you can see through this, which is pretty cool. And it's definitely a lot thicker than like your window screen or something like that. It kind of looks like a window screen, but it's a lot thicker. The fabric on here feels really, really strong. Definitely has some good stitching for the outer sections and stuff like that. This here is fully removable. It's got like Velcro. You could take this completely off. Well, at least up here you can. You can take it completely off on the top, I believe. Yeah, it kind of just folds over that. Let's see. There is adjustments back here so that you can slide the seat up and down more to get more. So you can get this up. This is the highest it goes, but then you can actually bring it down smaller if you're shorter. There's a lot of like customizability in here. All of this is like really hard, firm plastic. You've got adjustments right here so that you can set these, like these pedals, you can decide their incline, like you can have them kind of more straight up and down if you would like that too. Yeah, dude, like this thing is awesome. I'm gonna have some video in here of me like driving on there, you know, in the VR. I'm gonna have some video of me, you know, playing the Xbox on here in this video. Yeah. I don't know, man, for $299, I kind of think this is a good entry-level setup. And the thing is it's got drilled holes for everything. The way the pedals mount to this thing, very incredible. Like you've got slots on the bottom. There's two racks. Let me move the PlayStation. We don't need that in the shot for this part. But you've got these two platforms right here that they have slots that run all the way across horizontally, so that you can match it right up with your pedals, like with your pedals pattern, so that you can just mount it to it. PXN, easy to mount those pedals on there. Fanatec, zero problem mounting the pedals on that. They mount nice and firm, nice and firm, and it's like, wow, man, this thing is a beast. There's not, like I said, there's not a whole lot of flex in this. Folding it up, being able to fold it up and put it away, that actually will save you a lot of space. Because I know that, like, for me, for my cockpit in the studio, like it's stationary. It doesn't move. Like it's not folding up. It's not going anywhere. It's staying exactly where it's at. So if you need that room for something, it's kind of there. You know what I mean? And you just kind of work around that. But I mean, when you're deciding on your sim racing equipment, first of all, the one things that I look for, and I learned this the hard way, comfortability, comfortableness. You want to be comfortable in that sim rig for multiple hours. Like you don't want to jump in there, play for 15 minutes, and then jump out. That sucks. You want to be able to get in there and sit there and drive and have fun and enjoy your experience. So comfort is definitely one of the highest things on my list, and that's one of the things that I rate these cockpits on is being comfortable. Now the Formula Lite Pro, very comfortable once you get in it, very comfortable. You could easily sit in that thing for a very long time. You could probably even fall asleep in there. You could take a nap in that thing and it would feel comfortable because there's a lot of breathability through the back. Your back's not getting all hot and freaking just. Man, I was sitting here and I was like, wow, this actually feels good. Because when I'm on my ERS3, after a couple hours, like your back will start getting hot. Like it just will. You know, you're sitting there and you're starting to get hot. There's a lot of fabric, a lot of density to that seat. But this one right here, the longer you sit in it, the cooler you get. You're not going to heat up as much or as fast as you will with that because it's got breathing slots all the way through it. So you're definitely staying cool in that. So being comfortable, having, the ability to, I like the way that F1, that Formula seat feels actually. I was kind of like, man, how am I going to get in and out of that? So what I do is I just kind of squat over it and then I sit down and then I just kind of pull my legs into it. Obviously it's made so that you can like unclip it's supposed to be made so that you can like just unclip this part, kind of pull it up and like move it out of your way, and then you can just get in there. But I, being me, I'm just like, no, man, I'm just going to go ahead and get in there the way I want to get in there. And I mean, it makes it easy. You just kind of move that, and you just swing it to the side, and you slide it, and you sit down, you pull your feet in, and then you pull it back, and you clip it back into position. It's not hard. I just was doing it the other way. Just I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know, because I'm weird. I'm weird, okay? But then, yeah, getting in here, very, very comfortable. Very comfortable, very easy to use. This was probably the easiest one I've set up so far. Very easy to set up. Getting it dialed in was even easier. Now, when you have a full rig and it's solid and you got to put all the pieces together and everything, sometimes there's like minor adjustments and tweaking that you got to do. This makes like tweaking and all that adjustment tool free. Tool free. You just turn these little levers right here, and then you can slide the pedals up and down the rail. This right here, you can adjust this to make it. You just pull these out, and then you can kind of tweak it however you want after that. Same with these. You can have these sitting back even more, so you can have your steering wheel closer to you, farther away. The pad right here has an adjustment that you can turn these little knobsies. Oh dang, that one's not even tightened. But you turn these 4 little knobs, you turn 4 little knobs underneath it, and then you can slide the plate up and back. You guys should kind of have to do that just to mount something like the Fanatec. Now I've got this mounted on with 3 T-nuts. And then back here, being able to pull these pins out and kind of, move around and everything. It's so easy to set this thing up and get going. Like it's actually pretty what's the word for it? It was actually really freaking convenient, to be completely honest with you. Being able to set this up, jump in there and start racing like really fast. Obviously, if you've never bought a cockpit, it might take you a few more minutes or whatever to get everything set up and to figure out how you like it. But you have to sit in there, and then you have to kind of move your feet. I noticed that like setting this, and you've got this right here, you can move up and down as well, so that you can just kind of set the pedals however you want. It made it so easy to set this thing up that I was like, my gosh, man, this thing is actually freaking incredible. So when I was playing on it and I'm having fun and I'm sitting there, because like sometimes just playing VR can start to get uncomfortable pretty quickly, just because that starts to heat up your head and everything like that. So when I'm sitting here and I'm playing in VR, like the actual the heat coming through the back of the chair, or the cooling that's coming through the back of the chair, actually made that even more pleasant, which was quite surprising, to be completely honest with you. Now, I've played with VR on my other cockpit, and this right here was probably the most comfortable feeling I had in VR yet. Like this thing is incredible. So I'm gonna leave you guys. Obviously, I think this is an incredible setup. I think it is very affordable, and it definitely surprised me when it held my weight. I was like, wow, that actually. I think the weight rating for this is like 330 pounds, if I remember correctly, and yeah, that was incredible. So far, this is definitely one of my favorite next level racing products that I've tested. Yeah, it's got these nice, cool little straps right here. Stay next level racing. Those are like to fold it up and everything. Once you get it all folded up, and then you can put it away. We were talking about that. If you've got like a full-on racing setup, it's a little bit harder to put away. But with this thing right here, man, you fold it up, you stick it in a corner, put it in a closet, you put it under a bed, and then you pull it out when you want to race on it, and it's just as easy to set right back up. So, all right, my friends, if you guys like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys decide to buy these things with my affiliate links, I would much appreciate that. So we'll see you guys in the next one.